we're now going to move over to the squad screen section. Let's go over. I can see staff new. Yeah, I know you're new. I will get around to you. So just going to quickly just clear the team here. This isn't the view that I use, but it's always the one that's defaulted to. I'm just going to change it because it's not the one that I use. So there we go. It's just annoying. So again, slightly disappointed. Not really a game breaker as such, but just again personal preference on this one. That I'm really kind of gutted to see that squad filtering isn't still in the game, because it just kind of makes sense to me that if you're looking for example, a defender that can play on the left hand side. I know I can see there that I've got Berardi and Denton and Liam Cooper that can play there. But potentially there might be some players a bit further down here that are, that are in it. Like potentially Alex Moat might be dirty on it. He's not. Just giving away some massive other stuff here, but we'll kind of talk about this as we go now. But yeah, he might be a dirty yellow or something on there, but it might not be listed in his positioning. So it'd be just nice to be able to filter the defender left, and it picks basically anyone who's got any kind of colouring in there. Maybe in order, I don't know, of natural down to red. I don't know what's unnatural or whatever it's called. Just to kind of show who you've got available that can play in that left-hand position, and depending on injuries and so on and so forth, rather than you having to go through every single player to kind of find one out. So as you can see, I've just already revealed that obviously this is how the new kind of player profile looks. I put my words there. As you can see, Alex Moat, very well rounded again as he was last year. Can't really see any massive change in his attributes as such for this year. You can there see that he is naturally left-footed, but he can play on his right as well. So this is another new feature brought into Football Manager Mobile 2017. Now, this one is going to be vitally important for people who do potentially use inside forwards as well as potentially corner takers as well. Because if you think about it, if you've got an inside forward now who potentially is a left midfielder but has actually no natural footness on the right, or it's quite low, you may not want to actually utilise them as an inside forward as such, because of the fact that you might not get the best from them, because as they're cutting in, they've got no real option to, or it's going to be a very weak option to go onto their weaker foot. You've got a two-footed player, or somebody with quite a high, a yellow potentially, rather than the dirty yellow, or orange, people might say. I'm not really too sure what it is classed as. Then you might be more prone to obviously using them rather than somebody who obviously has got the red stuff so there. Yeah, looking very nice. Obviously, you can see there's kind of a different change to the layout there. You can see that obviously he's an advanced playmaker. Obviously, attributes look nice and rounded this year. Got all the usual kind of stuff on there as well. It's nice to kind of see a different look on the pitch as well. Actions, as I kind of revealed to you before, player interaction is there. So again, you can do positive, negative. So this is the positive stuff. As I mentioned before, certain stuff will be greyed out. I can't obviously praise him on his last performance or current form because we've not played any games yet. However, I can praise him on his training level, which is not really sure why. I can do that from the off, but it is there. And then negative, which I didn't reveal before, but you can all see explicitly now. We've got poor performance, unprofessional behaviour, and obviously sending off as well. You've then got offer non-playing roles, so obviously you can offer non-playing roles to players before they retire as well now, as well as I believe I've read, I'll have to look into it a little bit more, that you can actually offer non-playing roles to players on a free transfer as well. So if they are available on a free transfer and got no club, you can actually offer them a contract as a member. There we go. I was trying to think of the word and couldn't remember it. All the other stuff looks the same to me. As I said, I'm trying to go in as much depth as I can, but yeah, that one looks the same to me. Contract probably looks the same, yep. But I just don't want to kind of obviously bore you guys with loads of details. So we're going to quickly just flick through the screens here as well to see if anything looks like potentially different. This all looks the same as well from last year. So Alex Moat, he's actually Scottish as well, so anyone who just take up that Scottish national team, it'd be nice to see if you could get Moat in your team. I don't think he'll ever make the England team, but is he a good addition to that Scottish squad? That's for you guys to decide. Happy Set Club and feels Jansen is a vital part of the team, which I do as well. You've then got this screen here, which was from again from last year. I don't know if many people do use it. You've got your role traits there, so gets forward wherever possible, tries to kill a balls often, and plays 1-2. So that says what he does as an attacking playmaker. As a box-to-box midfielder, he's actually got no role traits as such. So again, I don't know if this is something that people use. It's something that I use quite massively, to be fair. See there, obviously, if he plays as a deep line playmaker, you see there, he still tries the killer balls often. He also dictates the tempo and obviously stops play. So the traits there have slightly changed, obviously, depending on what kind of role you choose from him. Same screen. I'm obviously not going to cover stuff that's the same screen. Obviously, that's the same screen as well. This is the new screen that we kind of seen as well revealed. So now you can actually look at the player achievements. Again, this one isn't isn't massively going to affect the game in any way, but it's really, I think it's a really actually nice feature thinking about it, especially from a content point of view, in any form of content, blog-wise, so obviously written or video format. Then obviously this is going to be really, really good for people to see. You can look back on, because one of my favourite features, as mentioned last night, is the Where Are They Now feature that's in Football Manager Full Fat. Obviously, FM Mobile doesn't have that screen, but this is going to go to some way, so you can have a look back at a player's history, see who they played for, see who they've won. That's why you've got your little filtering thing here, so you can have a look, obviously, anything they've won, minor, major, minor, you know, you've got monthly, divisional, all that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, I think it's really, really nice, and I think a lot of people will be able to showcase certain things in there that you maybe had the player all the time. You know, you've had him throughout the whole career. Whenever you've changed clubs and managed a different club, you've just played with him, and you can see what that player's achieved with you along the way. So I think it's going to be really, really massive from a content point of view. So well done, SI, on that one. Again, only a minor change. Well, we would think it's a minor change as such from our end, but obviously probably massively coding issues their end. Yeah, well done, bravo. Next, so this is the coach report, and also, as you would see, the scout report now. So a massive, vast improvement, obviously, on previously, and again, it's dependent on your scouts. So obviously, if you've got a bronze scout, you're probably not going to get as much detail in there, or it's potentially, not as reliable as such. But as you can see, Alex Mohazy, he's playing. Obviously, this is in line with my club. So at my club at the moment, he is a 3-star current ability, but obviously he has the potential to be a 4.5 star. Now, this is not a 4.5 star at Manchester United, or I don't know why you used them. Why did I use Manchester United as the club, or a Barcelona, or a Real Madrid? This is a 4.5 star at Leeds United. So obviously Moat has potential to exceed central midfielder Keane level. So that's obviously basically saying that although they might be on par at the moment, that Moat's got more about him going, potentially going forward. So obviously can see good technique, creative player, very rarely injured, and lacks leadership on the pitch as his negatives. Moat's potential to a key member of the first team. So again, really, really nice screen. I really, really like that one. It's going to be really, really good to see different variations on reports and scout reports, and really, really potentially funny. I don't know, I suppose, in the way we might see some funny things thrown up in these ones. But yeah, really, really good improvement again. Can you actually? I was just wondering if you could possibly get a report from a different. I've noticed obviously the report is from my assistant manager there, but I was just wondering if, like in FM, you can actually obviously see a report from a different player. Not in this year's, unfortunately, but it's one maybe for the future. Obviously, that's just the progression, obviously, in training and players form. That looks all the same as well. Yeah. Look, actually, we've got any changed it. From that one, yeah, monthly, yearly. Still the same stuff there as well. So back to the screen here. So this is obviously the list here. I do believe they've done pretty well, to be fair. Obviously, Leeds in the Championship, you wouldn't probably expect them to have the full roster of players as such, as they don't have them in Premier League teams sometimes and other teams, purely because obviously, unfortunately, with the database on mobile, to keep the data footprint down, they just can't feature every player, unfortunately. Hopefully that's going forward. I know it's something that they are looking into and trying to work on to try and alleviate some of the pressure, obviously, of the database. They want to try and get as many players there as possible. But with the addition of 2 new leagues, obviously they've had a lot of new players in there, along with the existing database that they already had anyway. But yeah, it's really good to see there's a few good youngsters that are in there as well, so it's glad to see some of them have made the cut. So yeah, really happy with the squad so far. A few players aren't there that I would like to see, and I very much doubt they're in the reserve team. While they're not, obviously it's just all greyed out players. But yeah, I mean, I can't really say much. We'll then go on to tactics here. So yeah, we've obviously seen it. Well, I've seen it already, kind of carried around on the Vibe community and stuff like that. I mean, again, disappointed that the look isn't different, but I don't know what I could suggest. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe just change the look of it, and we'll all kind of maybe fall for the trick that you have actually done something because you made the screen look different. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I'm just going to get the assistant manager to just pick the team, obviously here. There we go. And yeah, I was very happy with that one. To be fair, it's not he's not named a bad squad at all. So yeah, slightly disappointed. All the same stuff there. so you can obviously change what they're doing there. Roles, I don't think anything news been added. I've not heard anything mentioned, so I very much doubt anything's been so they would have, obviously they would have announced it if any new roles have been announced. I can't see anything so far. No, central midfielder. Was Trequartista was in it last year, wasn't it? Was Trequartista in it last year? I'm probably completely wrong, but was Trequartista in the game last year? I can't remember if it was or not. I think it was for that position there, but I think it was for striker, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we'd like to possibly see it in the advanced roles as well, because really you can have a Trequartista. I believe you should be able to have a Trequartista here and potentially, as well. So if I just quickly move, I don't know if it makes any difference, but just quickly move to there. What have we got options there? Yeah, no, I think potentially then it might have been obviously quite disappointing to see no new roles then, unless Trequartista is, but you guys can confirm in the comment section down below. Like false nine and stuff. Again, I know that basically what I've read is that they haven't obviously added any new roles as such, but they have tweaked the algorithms used. So hopefully now, along with the match engine, they basically should make more sense. So again, it kind of still limits us, unfortunately, with what we can do with tactics-wise. But hopefully now we'll be able to see that the engine is kind of taking things into consideration a bit more when obviously it's kind of playing through that. So yeah, so disappointed on that one, but what could I really ask for? This screen looks exactly the same as well, so no new there. And assignments, as I said, this is going to be quite interesting now, because obviously you'll be able to click on a player and see if they're left-footed. And then when they're taking free kicks or even corners, you could obviously have if you've got a corner on the left-hand side, if you have a left footer, obviously that'll be an out-swinging corner, whereas if you now put a right footer there, you're going to get a different approach to the actual thing. You're going to be getting someone who's obviously going to be whipping the ball in, and obviously now you can actually see they definitely are right-footed. It should hopefully be confirmed that obviously if you do put a right footer onto a left-hand corner, that you should actually have an in-whipping corner. Of course, that is the thought process behind that one. We'll just move on then. Club fixtures screen looks the same. Let's have a look at anything, obviously all that kind of stuff as well. The information looks the same. That looks the same. That was a new screen we seen earlier. Transfers taken at all. Club history, that's all, all the same as league history, is that? Oh yeah, that was in last year. That's the report as well. So yeah, all that kind of stuff there looks the same. What else can we look at? So we'll look at this new screen here stuff. Oh, that's one that I've already seen. I didn't think there was anything different. Divisions, I'm presuming. I don't know what else they could change with those, to be fair. They're fine as they are. I don't really know what they could do. Training, I'm presuming, is all the same stuff. It is indeed. It looks slightly different. I possibly think they've changed the colour layout or something, or the font. I'm not too sure. It looks different, but it is the same. Same thing. What else we got here? Fixtures. I've just seen that one. I don't need to show you again. Finance we've seen. Managers options. Let's have a look at all the same stuff there. Oh, youth promotions. Again, I'm not going to be able to show you youth promotions, but the screenshots again are available on Vibe as well. So click on the links in the description down below. One really, really nice feature that I like this year that is the new implementation of the youth promotion. So basically, when you get your youth intake now, you actually get your assistant manager giving you a report on the players, and obviously they tells you, potentially how good they could be, and obviously you can ask him for his opinion, obviously of who he thinks that he would like to promote, and obviously then you can make your own judgment call on that one. So really, really, really like that feature. So massive well on that one. Board confidence looks the same as well. Manager history, that's the same. Cabinet, that was a nice feature from 2015. Same stuff in there, so still no affiliated clubs, which I know some of you won't be bothered about, but holiday, I'm presuming, is the same. Still no return from holiday in a year, which makes it really, really good for simulations. Please, can we have that in at some point? Game status as well, there we go.